My husband's affair with our son's girlfriend exposed a dark secret. Now I'm fighting for justice. I, 41F, am a stay-at-home mom. My husband, Paul, 48M, works in finance. We've been married for nearly 20 years and have 2 kids, Eric, our 18-year-old son, who's a senior in high school, and Mary, our 15-year-old daughter. They are the lights of my life. Over the years, my marriage with Paul has grown somewhat stale for various reasons, including his work schedule and my own insecurities about aging. Eric has a girlfriend, Amy, 18F, whom he's been dating since their freshman year of high school. Eric absolutely adores Amy. She's his first love, and I've always considered her family. This makes the situation even more painful for me. Last week, I accidentally saw a text thread between Paul and Amy on his phone. I glimpsed a message from Amy saying she misses sucking his. I was in complete disbelief and spent the day convincing myself I misread it. But over the next few days, I found a file on Paul's computer filled with BDSM. He clearly has a pee addiction and saved photos of Amy from her Instagram, though she was fully clothed. This confirmed that I wasn't imagining things. I also checked his phone during opportune moments and saw more disturbing interactions. I wish I hadn't looked. Their messages were filled with mean and hurtful comments about me. Paul constantly compared me to Amy, calling me fat and old, with Amy laughing along. I've always had suspicions that Paul was cheating on me, but I never imagined it would be with our son's girlfriend. Last month, I found a thong in our bedroom that wasn't mine. I naively thought it might belong to our daughter, even though that made no sense. Now, not only is Paul cheating on me, but he's also betraying our son. I'm completely devastated and don't know how to handle this. The impact on our son could be devastating, and I have no idea how to broach this topic with him. I'm overwhelmed with fear and dread. Eric adores Amy, and the thought of revealing this sickening truth to him terrifies me. My heart aches for Eric and Mary, who are innocent bystanders. I haven't confronted Paul yet because I'm scared of the domino effect. I don't know who to turn to for support. I'm sharing my story to seek understanding and advice from those who have experienced deep betrayal. Update: my brother connected me with a tough lawyer. I saved screenshots of Paul's conversations with Amy from the last 3 months, which were mostly flirty and sleazy. His call history showed he talks with her for hours consistently. He uses dating apps, and I took screenshots of his profiles and chats with young women. I copied all the files from his computer, discovering he spends a lot of money on OnlyFans and has various sex toys and outfits hidden around the house. I picked up Eric and Mary from school and we drove to my brother's house. They sensed something was wrong and I delicately told them the entire situation, breaking down in tears. Mary was the most angry, even more than Eric. I met with Amy's mother and told her everything. She confiscated Amy's phone and gave me the entire chat log, which only dated back 3 months. Amy sobbed when confronted, saying she and Paul are in love. Amy's mother told me that Amy insists their relationship only became physical recently. Amy views Paul as a mentor and friend who took advantage of her broken home situation. I confronted Paul over Zoom. He looked panicked and defensive, constantly yelling about context and denying everything. He became angry and left the Zoom call abruptly. My lawyer is filing for temporary sole custody of Mary and a restraining order against Paul. Mary is furious with her dad and Amy. Eric is hurting but remains level-headed and wants to see a therapist. The maturity my kids are showing makes me proud. We made the authorities aware of everything. I'm determined to be ruthless in this divorce and to move on stronger than ever. Update 2. We're still at my brother's house, which is very secure. Paul has tried calling me multiple times, but I refuse to interact with him. My lawyer handles all correspondence. Eric and I got tested, and initial rapid tests indicate we are clean, but we await lab results. Eric has started therapy, and Mary promises to see a therapist soon. She has been talking to her friends, who revealed they felt uncomfortable around Paul, adding to the sense of betrayal. Amy's situation is more complicated. Despite her mother's efforts, Amy continues to see Paul, believing they are in love. Her mother is in a difficult position, as kicking Amy out could drive her straight to Paul. Amy refuses to see the truth, blaming me for their separation and viewing me as a villain. I can only hope she comes to her senses eventually. Update 3. The divorce process is underway, and I have temporary custody of Mary, with Paul paying temporary child support. There's a protective order in place. I am confident that the evidence against Paul will bring him serious consequences. Eric and Mary are coping as best they can, with therapy and support from our family. My brother and his wife have been amazing, providing a stable environment for all of us. Paul has started seeing Amy again, which complicates the situation. Amy's mother is trying her best, but Amy is determined to stay in contact with Paul. I am focusing on my kids and my own mental health, hoping that Amy will eventually realize the truth. The legal process continues, and I remain determined to ensure justice is served. Thank you to everyone.